This year will be different. In the new year, I will finally change my career so that I can be happier. I no longer want to live a second best life. I no longer want to work in a job in which I am not fulfilled, in which I feel drained, indifferent, and uninspired. I no longer want to just go through the motions like a zombie and float passively on a career path that I don't even want. If you feel anything like this, then you've clicked on the right video. In this video today, on this beautiful winter snowy day, I want to give you 3 tips for how you can finally change your career in the new year. Make this year the year that you finally start doing the things that matter to you, face your fears, overcome your doubts, and build the courage to go after a fulfilling and meaningful career. I've been through many career transitions myself, and I've also moved countries several times. Every time I was scared, but as I started listening intently to what I really wanted from life and worked on the things that truly mattered to me, I got closer and closer to my ideal career and life, and I became happier and also more focused over time. And as I look back on my experiences, my career change from project manager in banking to filmmaker and actor and becoming self-employed, I noticed 3 things that enabled me to make these changes. These 3 tips are all about the mindset and the approach that you have to apply when you want to make any kind of change in your life. And I know that many of you are also planning to change your career, go back to school, or even start a new business. And like a coffee grinder that needs the correct settings to get the right output, these 3 tips will be the basic settings that you need to move swiftly towards your goal. After watching this video, let me know which of these 3 tips was your favorite one. I'd really love to know what you think and what other mindsets you have for achieving your goals. The first tip is to approach your goal aggressively. What? Aggressively? But I'm not an aggressive person. I'm nice, kind, and polite. You shouldn't be aggressive. It's bad to be aggressive. Now, hold on. Here I mean aggressive in a very specific way. With people, I'm also kind and polite. Well, at least I think I am. But when I set a goal, I approach it in an aggressive manner. Now, what does that mean? Approaching a goal in an aggressive manner means to confront the goal instead of dodging and hiding from it. It means to be energetic in tackling it rather than lackluster. It means to move towards the target swiftly and confidently rather than to be doubtful and indecisive. It means to walk straight to it and do whatever needs to be done, rather than procrastinating, delaying it, and waiting for the right time, which will never come, like we know. You might have heard of the story of Thomas Edison, who lost his laboratory worth millions in a fire with no insurance. And when asked what he would do about this, he said, "We will start rebuilding tomorrow morning." This is an example of an aggressive attitude. Instead of wasting time sulking and thinking about his misfortune to a point of exhaustion, he confronted his situation swiftly and did what needed to be done. So, does that mean that the goal itself has to be aggressive, as in a big, ambitious goal? Not necessarily. You can apply this mindset even to a very small goal. A simple example is when you have the goal of going to the dentist, something that people dread. You can go like this: I need to go to the dentist, but which dentist? Let's see. Not sure if my insurance will cover it. Delay, delay, delay. Should I go? But it's gonna be a busy month. Let's see. Instead, if you approach it aggressively, it goes like this: I need to go to the dentist, but which one? Open Google. Find out 3 dental clinics maximum 2 miles away from here. Check calendar. Pick 3 possible dates. Call insurance. Ask if treatment is covered. Then call clinic. Make appointment. Done. I've personally applied this mindset many times, and each time I managed to make a big change in my life. When I was first planning to come to Canada, it took me over 1 year to complete the application process. And in the end, I didn't get accepted for the program I wanted, and I was devastated for a day. Within 3 months, I reversed the situation. In 1 full day, I researched and listed 40 program options with film courses, narrowed it down, sent out my application in 2 weeks, and got accepted shortly after. Let's go on to the second tip. The second tip is to become obsessed about your goal. The reason that people don't achieve their goal is oftentimes because they have not built up sufficient desire for it yet. They might actually really want to achieve this goal, but since they haven't been thinking enough about it, the goal feels very vague and it feels more scary than exciting. On the other hand, if you have obsessed about your goal for a while, you can actually see yourself achieving it. For example, when you have the goal of buying a new gadget and you're so excited about it that you can imagine yourself using the new gadget. Tell me if you ever had this kind of experience. You're waiting for the new iPhone to come out, and while waiting for, let's say, 30 days or so, every single day you read the latest news about it, you research the product, you read the reviews, you talk with your friends about it. You build up this anticipation and you just can't wait to get it. Then the moment it comes out, you go to the store straight away to buy it without delay. You can use the same method with your goal. Whatever it is, spend time with the idea to the point where you become obsessed with it. Again, when I say obsessed about a goal, I mean it in a specific way. I don't mean obsessed in an unhealthy way, but I mean that you become hyper-focused on it and super excited about this goal. You have a very clear vision of what it looks like, what it feels like once you achieve your goal. Let's say that you're a graphic designer working as an employee at a company now, but now you want to start freelancing or even start your own business. This is something that you've been delaying for years and years because you're not really sure if it can work out. The first thing that you need to do if you've been procrastinating is to set one goal, one resolution that is easy to achieve and that will give you the confidence and the momentum. If you want to know how to do that, then you might want to watch this video up here. Once you've decided on that goal, let's say in this example, it's to get your first client to design business cards for. Spend time with that goal to the point that you get obsessed and excited about it. Watch YouTube videos about how to start a small business, design ideas, people's experiences of getting their first client, then start drafting out your pricing structure and imagine how much you're going to make. Let the idea marinate to a point where you just can't wait to start. By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far, then please let me know by hitting the like button. I make videos that help you to change your career and have a more fulfilling career and life. If that is something that you also want, make sure to subscribe and also turn the notification bell on to all notifications. If you're already subscribed and want to hear more from me, check out my podcast, the Multiple Careers Podcast. I'd love to see you over there. Tip number 3 to finally change your career in the new year is to install a mind filter. Every day we are bombarded by so much information. News about the pandemic, your Instagram feed, your LinkedIn feed, people commenting and giving their opinion about Kim Kardashian, and so much more. But the question you gotta ask yourself is, how much of all this information is actually useful and how much isn't? And useful for what? Well, it depends on your goal. If your goal is to change your career, whether that's to move companies, change industries or roles, start a new business this year, and you really want to make this happen, then you gotta carefully filter the information coming in through your ears and eyes and only let in that information which supports your goal of changing your career. And at the same time, filter out all the information that does not support your goals. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't read any news or not use social media at all, but you just have to be very conscious of how much you let into your brain and how much of it you just ignore. You need to have the habit of blocking out information that is destructive, demotivating, and actively seek information that inspires you, encourages you, and that is informative for your goal. That includes your ability to block out useless comments and criticism from other people that is not constructive. Get away from people who gossip all the time, even if these are good friends, and try and spend more time with people who are also focused on making progress and achieving their goals. Talking about focus, do you already know what goal to focus on in the new year, or are you still in a dilemma? In case you can't decide, or if you're caught up in analysis paralysis, then check out this video here that might help you. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome and productive new year, and see you again soon.